I guess it's not really excited. So it was. I'm here to continue on with the series, with the movie reviews, of the Star Wars series, which is the trilogy of the first three films, which is episode one, two, and three. So I'm going to be talking about episode three, and then after that, if I do get some time to talk about the Skywalker era, I definitely will. But I don't know when that's what's going to happen because I'm just saying. I'm planning on making another video update here sometime soon. But I want to get this video out and ready, so you guys can watch it and stuff like that. I'm really kind of curious about what you guys have to say in regards of episode three. Like I said before, if I don't get the time to watch episode four Star Wars, I'll try to see if I can find a better time slot for me or something like that. Or unless I'm not bored, playing my Nintendo Switch or something like that. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, like I said, for the update video will be after when we get doing the episode three of Star Wars. So I figured I just want to let you guys know. So I just want you guys to know. Okay, so anyways, let's talk about this episode three, which is called The Revenge of the Sith, which is Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, which is episode three. Episode three. This is not episode 4, 5, or 6, or 7, or 8. This is just basically the latest, not the latest one, but basically one of the films. I can't remember when they came. I can't remember when they came out because I think the first one came out back in 1990. No, not 1990. I think it was 1999, before the year 2000, and I think somewhere about 2003 to 2004, it was I think it was the Clone Wars. I think so, and then the final movie was basically probably 2008, I do believe. I'm not really so sure. I don't know. I have to. I don't know. I really don't know. It's been a while since I've seen these films. But yeah, let's just go ahead and just basically talk about this series and stuff. The thing about that I loved about this series is these are just points of my point of view as what I think about this series. I know some people will probably be kind of biased about what I have to say, and I don't mean to ruffle anybody's jimmies or anything like that. Even though I'm just saying, but if you feel like I'm not saying things that are just I'm not saying like saying things that are not true, but if you feel like I'm just saying things, just being mean or anything like that, which I'm not. I'm just basically just giving out my own opinions. That's all there is. I don't want to offend anyone or anything like that. So I just basically want to talk about. Now let's talk about the first battle going into the movie. Their main objective was to target General Grievous and also Count Dooku. Because which Count Dooku was basically was introduced in the second of the Star Wars films, also as well too, and he also plays a major role with General Grievous, also too, and also he plays a major role in the Star Wars of the Clone Wars, also as well too. Now I'm not saying that the second movie, not saying the second movie. I'm talking about the series that used to come out on Cartoon Network back then a long time ago, and now it's not like on Disney Plus. You can go and watch it. But I mean, it tells a really great story of the Clone Wars. And like I said, well, I'm not talking about the movie, but I'm just talking about basically the Clone Wars of the series. I have to rewatch them all over again and stuff like that because I'm just really just kind of curious because I think it just sheds a lot more light, like who Anakin really actually is, and especially Count Dooku and stuff like that. Because with General Grievous and stuff, they fought really good fights. Basically going on, in the series, trying to capture Duke, Count Dooku, and also Grievous also as well too, because those two were just basically just getting away all the time, But even though they don't, I'm not saying they don't have what it takes, but even though they're just trying their very, very best to end the war, because even though the war is straining on the Jedi's because there's not really much to really going on with ships and men and stuff like that. I don't know how many men has died in these battles of the Clone Wars. I really don't know because I think because I remember when Kenobi he went to the planet the planet with the water, because I remember that. I remember that because I think the reason why he went there because he wants to see basically what was going on. I think those men, those clones right there, were the clones of what's his name? Not Boba Fett, uh, Five O Fat or something like that, or something. I don't know. I can't remember. I can't remember. I'm so sorry. I can't remember his name. All I know is his name is Fett or something like that, or something Fumble Fett or something. I don't know. I can't really remember really all that much. But yeah, it was basically Kenobi just wanted to see basically what was going on and see the structures of the clones and stuff like that. And they've been programmed to basically do battle and stuff like that. It's not like they're being brainwashed or anything like that or anything like that. You could just tell they're just learning different programs that can help them to go to war and stuff and stuff. That's just basically what it just seemed to me. And even though they were basically being used to win the war and stuff like that. I don't know how long the war was lasting. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, it's been lasting for quite some time. Basically with the Sith versus the Jedi's and stuff like that. It's basically kind of like basically like back then with the High Republic, when they basically versus the Siths and stuff like that. Because I have no idea about the Republic because I really do not know. I'm thinking about maybe buying some books and stuff like that, and reading not manga, but I'm talking about the High Republic. I don't know if there's any books that you guys would let me know. And yeah, just let me know in the comments below. What do you think? What kind of books I should look into to learn about the Republic? But anyways, as I was saying, Dooku, he just plays a role along with Grievous, basically in the cartoon version. I want to say, well, it's kind of like a cartoon version, but it's really actually just basically like for older people, and I'm going to say not me, but older generation people, that really love the series. I think it's a really good series. I think people should go and watch it, and it's just definitely is very very good. You can just learn about all the different characters basically in the Star Wars. There's also another series which is came on it used to came on Disney XD. I think it was called the Star Wars The Rebels or something like that. I do believe that's what it's called. And I'm not really so sure how that really connect very, very well into basically episode 4 or episode 3, right around there, or it may just happen in between or stuff like that. Because I remember it's basically talking about the rise of the resistance, basically who doesn't want to obey Senator Palpatine because he was so much in power. That's basically that's just basically what it seems to me. He has so much of this power that he really has that nobody could not touch him. Nobody couldn't touch him. Even there's only one person and one person out there that really could kill Palpatine was basically known as Vader. Vader is pretty much very very powerful from back then, and basically on some other video games and stuff like that. I mean, there's tons of lores that goes through what Darth Vader has done. I really would love to see a Darth Vader movie instead of just the New Hope and some of the others. I want to see a standalone series of Darth Vader. I really really do. I would love to see something like that basically in the making, but I don't know if this is ever going to go that far. Might do that because I've heard this from Repsion. Because you guys don't know who Repsion is. I'm not too fond of him. I used to be, but I'm just that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion because I mean he knows a lot more knowledge about Star Wars and stuff like that. He really does and stuff. But even I like I said, I'm just not too fond of him really all that much. I used to be, but not anymore. I just don't care for him. I don't. No, I just want people just to know. I don't hate him. I do respect that. He loves his stuff. Basically Star Wars because he's very knowledgeable and stuff like that. And the thing about this is just that it's just basically what this whole Star Wars and stuff like this basically just being basically with episode 3. Just basically what just going on. Like how Anakin became the dark side. How Anakin became Darth Vader and how he did and I think there was kind of some speculations that I wasn't really actually so sure if this was really actually true or not because you could see the fight between Master Windu and also with Anakin. It seemed to me Master Windu did not really struck his lightsaber at at Anakin, and Anakin chopped his arm off and chopped his arm off, and then like all of a sudden like all of a sudden Samuel Jackson or Master Windu, he's gone, he's dead. I've heard some rumors that people were saying like that. People were saying like he might be still alive, which I really do not know if he's really actually still alive or not. I have heard some rumors that Disney may be planning on making a series out for him. Also, there is a series supposed to be. I'm thinking it's supposed to come out sometime this fall. I think this is basically called the Obi-Wan series. I'm kind of scared and afraid because what they are going to do with that series is that, and I'm just really just kind of wondering if they really are going to go through that route and basically explain about what Obi-Wan did or what Obi-Wan has not done and stuff like that. And I'm just really just kind of curious about that. So I'm just kind of wondering. Now I'm also kind of wondering, but this is a strange. I would not say a strange question to ask, but this is a question that I have on my mind right now. I'm on right now because if there was, since there is a series that used to call Disney XD, basically where you just watch cartoons and stuff like that, and stuff like that. I'm really just kind of like wondering, like it's since they were basically making the series of the Star Wars of the Rebels. Like, there's one thing. The one thing there was something I did not like. I did not like, and the one thing I really did not like. How come they never showed Obi-Wan in that series? Because I'm just kind of curious because I don't know. I don't know. I think the reason why they didn't show him really all that much was basically because basically at the very end of the series, basically episode 3, where Obi-Wan was basically supposed to be given a job, not like taking care of a baby, but even though he gave the baby, which was basically to I don't know, probably like aunt and uncle or something like that or something. I really don't know. I really don't know. I can't really. It's hard to say. It's hard to say because Leia went to be with be with her family. And Leia's been raised as a princess. I can't remember the name of the guy. The guy's I can't remember his name. I can't remember his name. I'm not very good at remembering stuff. I'm serious, guys. Not very good at remembering stuff. And also Skywalker, not Skywalker, no, Luke was basically with his uncle and his aunt also as well too. But I really don't know if that really was his uncle and his aunt. I wasn't really actually 100% for sure if that really was. I think it was kind of sad and tragic, basically the life that basically how Anakin Skywalker really was. I mean, really was. How much hatred that he hates Obi-Wan. He said like Obi-Wan's doing this, Obi-Wan's doing that. I don't think that was the case that really drive Anakin Skywalker to go to the dark side. I really don't think so. I really don't think so. I think it has more. I think it has more to come with the fact of the Jedi's, and also I don't believe it wasn't directly probably at Yoda or maybe somewhere or maybe somebody else for that. But even though I think it is probably maybe like Obi-Wan or Master Windu, even though I do think it's pretty much was Obi-Wan. You could just tell Anakin. You could just tell Anakin was just being brainwashed by Palpatine because even though Palpatine knew from the very start of episode 1, he has his good interest to seeing the boy, basically seeing the boy in episode 1. Even though he was born the gift of good talents, even though just like what what's his name? No, not Master Windu, Jedi, Master Qui-Gon, yeah, Master Qui-Gon. Why did they kill Master Qui-Gon in episode 1? I mean, I don't understand. I mean, like that's such a waste of potential. I mean, we don't even know like what his past is really is all about, and we really don't even know. I mean, he could have been a really great teacher to Anakin, and Anakin would never have to go to the dark side. And about all of this was out. It just seems to me that I just did not like the fact that Qui-Gon is just like dead, just like that, gone, and just it's sad. It's very very sad. It really actually is. Really actually is. I remember that what Anakin was saying, like am I going to be a problem? And am I? Is that what's going to happen to me? Why people think that think that I'm going to be some kind of great danger or something like that? And because I remember when Anakin basically was just mentioning some of those things, you could just tell some of the Jedi's just basically with not with Obi-Wan, basically with Yoda. And when he was when Anakin was taking that test to look at some of the things, even though he was strong in the Force, even though Master Qui-Gon know that this boy was very, very special, even though the boy of Anakin Skywalker was basically the person of the prophecy that he was going to destroy the Sith and be like some kind of legendary hero, based for the Jedi, and and stuff like that. I remember when Yoda said that. When Yoda said like maybe it was pronounced wrong, or maybe it was right. To be honest with you, we don't know. We don't know if the prophecy was pronounced to be proven right or to be proven wrong, because they're waiting on like a savior, like Jesus, that's basically what they're relying on. Like, who's going to be the person that is going to destabilize the Force? Nobody doesn't even know. Nobody doesn't even think. Nobody even think that that Anakin Skywalker can do it. Even though that there's some of the times like when Anakin, that's basically he was just Darth Vader. That's basically all he is. Basically, Darth Vader. Even though he has all this power that was gifted to him by Palpatine. Palpatine did not want Anakin Skywalker to be a Jedi Master. But however, even when Palpatine was directing Anakin, telling him, said like, "I want to become a Jedi Master," it's like, no, we're not going to make you a Jedi Master. We're not going to make you a Jedi Master. You don't earn that rank and stuff like that. And that right there really makes me upset. And, it just seems to me that Master Windu is just not, like, he's not happy with Anakin basically listening to his friend Palpatine. Even though Palpatine and Anakin are very good friends, they're very, very good friends, and they really actually are. I really like the fact that what Palpatine just like I said before, he saw Anakin, who was so much younger back then, when he heard about he destroyed the one of the drone ships, which he was kind of happy that really happened. And that's just basically what it just seems. That's just basically what it seems to me. And I remember like when Palpatine just basically touched Anakin on the shoulder, on his shoulder. He said, "You show much great promise for us." And I knew that for a fact, because I couldn't understand it at first when I was first watching the movie. And I remember like when he said, it, like, I kind of wonder what he means by that. But then when I became able to understand by what he said right there, it's because Anakin shows much great interest into Palpatine. And that's basically what it was. And basically with episode 2, with Anakin, basically losing his mother, basically he had a talk. I think he had a talk with Yoda or something like that. I don't know. It's some kind of meditation, because even though Yoda does meditation really a whole lot, and it really helps us ease his mind, and especially in the surroundings of the Force and stuff like that, and stuff. Even though Master Yoda is very, very powerful, he's almost on the same level as the Sith, which is basically Palpatine. I mean, it was really quite such a shame, to see that Yoda was just struggling. I mean, he really was. I mean, he really, really was. And I was really quite shocked that he knew about Chewbacca. And I don't know where Chewbacca went on. I think he was like, I think he met I think it's like Han Solo or something like that. I do believe so. Him and Han Solo became very good friends and stuff. So I mean, the thing about this whole entire series, and basically, it's just basically, it just tells me that it's a good series. I love Star Wars Episode 1, 2, and 3, and I just seems to me that I think Yoda was just basically like thinking like, yeah, something bad is what's going to happen, and guess what? It did happen. I'm just actually just sad and depressed because what just happened to Anakin. Anakin does not deserve all this hate because he was not chosen. He was not chosen to take on these matters and sort of that, because they think like, oh yeah, he's a red flag. Oh yeah, he's gonna become Vader, just like that. Just like that. Nobody gave him a chance. Nobody did. even though Obi-Wan was there right beside him along the way to help him out with his Jedi skills and stuff like that. Even though they're both good friends, but now they're just enemies. That's all they basically are. And I remember like what Anakin said, like when he was telling like Obi-Wan, he said I should never have trusted. I should have never trusted the Jedi's in the first place. And he said, and I'm like Obi-Wan says this. He's like, I think Obi-Wan said, like, come to your senses, Anakin. Palpatine is evil. Don't you understand that? And Anakin just basically just said, like, from my point of view, I think the Jedi's are evil. And then Obi-Wan fires back to him and says, like, then you are lost. Then you are lost. And you could just tell. I like the fact, based on with Anakin's eyes. When Anakin's eyes turned like fire, like it's just like the hatred was building in him. You can just tell. And one thing I felt is that it was very, very sad. Basically seeing Anakin Skywalker. He's been put on fire and stuff. You could just tell. You could just tell. I think both his legs been chopped up. I think so. I'm not 100% sure, even though he was on fire and stuff like that. And I like what Palpatine said when he came down to rescue you. He said, "I am your only friend. I came here to rescue you," and stuff like that. And I remember like when Anakin tried the Vader suit and stuff like that, the new Vader suit and stuff. Even though he didn't know how to walk it out and stuff like that. Basically, he just didn't know how. He just didn't know how. Even though when he got used to the suit and stuff like that. I remember Vader. Actually, yeah, I would say actually Vader, or I would say Anakin, basically asked Palpatine, like, basically actually just said, like, what happened to my wife? What happened to the kids? Palpatine does not even know. Even though I think Palpatine was basically what sensing is that his Anakin Skywalker's wife has passed away. It means that she's gone. She's dead. She's no longer around anymore. Even though I don't think Anakin ever mentioned, like, well, what happened to my kids? What's going on? What happened? Until like Vader, until like Lord Vader found out what was going on. That he had a son and that he has a son and a daughter. And so yeah, and the reason they have been that not and the reason why they have been both separated is because it was just basically for a very good reason to protect his family, and that's basically all the really was and stuff like that. Basically to protect him from Palpatine and stuff. So I'm so sorry making this video for a long video. I'm kind of where I am right now, and I'm hot too. I am hot. But yeah. Anyways, I would love to hear what you guys have to say about this, and maybe I might make another video like this, maybe or something like that, or something. Maybe I might learn something about who knows about the High Republic. How the High Republic um, formed back then, and stuff like that. I would love to know stuff like that. Maybe I might make a video in the future. Maybe I might be able to know and stuff like that. Actually, there is a game. I think it's called the Star Wars. I think it's called the Star Wars High Republic or something like that. I think this is for. I think it's also for the Nintendo Switch also as well too. I have to look on there. Because I used to play the game, but actually there was one mission I was stuck on, like trying to defeat this guy. I can't remember, but even though I love this, I love this movie, Episode 3. It's definitely is very, very good. To me, 10 out of 10. I love it. It was definitely very good. But yeah. Anyways, Episode 4 is gonna have to wait for a little bit, and just to see where I can basically go from here. Stuff like that. If I don't have the time watching the movie, I'll probably watch the movie maybe tomorrow or maybe tonight. I don't know. We'll just have to see and stuff like that. Even though I have to pay my bills before the night is over, or I just may end up going to bed early and stuff like that, and then I have to pay bills and stuff like that. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, great movie. I really love it. It's a very good movie. It's a very good movie. It just tells everything about what Anakin's been going through. But like I said before, I really want to see a Darth Vader a Darth Vader standalone series. Maybe not a movie because I don't want to see a movie. I want to see a series. That's something I would love. That's something I would love to see. Love to see happen because I know there's some other series that does connections to Lord Vader, or was a Darth Vader that does connections of Darth Vader. But even though I'm just saying, but even that's just basically what it seems to me. But even though Darth Vader is basically one of my favorite villains from the Star Wars series, he's personally one of my all-time favorites. Everyone loves Vader. I love Vader. So yeah. Anyways, that's it for this 25-minute long video review. I never really I didn't think I would be able to go through to so much in this review. But yeah, anyways, leave your comments down below. I'm kind of curious what you guys have to say. I'm always open to listen what you have to say. Like I said before, maybe I might be able to make a video about something about the High Republic, and see what happens and stuff like that, how they form and stuff. I really would like to learn about that kind of stuff. And if you can tell me like any good books I can read about the High Republic, please let me know in the comments down below. That was something would be very, 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 very useful for me to learn. So yeah. But yeah, anyways, this is Untitled Chapter. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Hope you guys want to day. Don't forget to subscribe. Please consider subscribing. Please hit the like button. Give me a thumbs up. And please hit the notification bell also too. That's like you guys. That's just letting you guys watch my videos. And please, like I said before, leave your comments below. Anyways, I love you guys. Take care. God bless. Remember, just love it. I love you guys. Please stay safe and remember, stay blessed. Love you guys. Take care.